The National Retail Federation expects record holiday shopping this year. This comes as the box office is set to hit it big with the Thanksgiving weekend as well, even amid the pandemic. Egypt reopens ancient Avenue of Sphinxes in Luxor ceremony after decades of restoration. And over in England, archaeologists find a rare Roman mosaic buried on a farm. And a dog looking for a Christmas miracle after spending 142 days in a shelter. Tune into Deep Dive as we explore these topics and more. Hello and welcome. This is Deep Dive and I'm Tiffany Meier. Hope those celebrating had a good Thanksgiving and everyone else had a good Thursday. The new variant identified in South Africa has been sparking a new wave of fear around the world. But we're not going to get into that today. Instead, let's focus on the holidays. The post-Thanksgiving holiday shopping spree is already underway, with more people starting their shopping early this year. And the National Retail Federation, Amazon, and experts all predicting a record-breaking holiday shopping season. A bigger and earlier Black Friday shopping frenzy. According to the National Retail Federation, nearly 2 million more people than last year will shop from Thanksgiving Day through Cyber Monday.
We almost think of Thanksgiving now as the halfway point rather than the kickoff.
A survey from the NRF finds many shoppers started holiday shopping early, citing concerns about supply chain issues, inventory, and high demand.
Almost half of shoppers started browsing and buying before November this year. For reference, that's up from 42% last year.
And shoppers are expected to spend a record amount. The NRF says consumers may spend an average of about $1,000 this holiday season. One of the largest online retailers, Amazon, is also expecting big numbers.
Black Friday and Cyber Monday have always been big days for Amazon, so we think this year is going to be even bigger.
Experts say higher consumer confidence means more people will likely be hitting the stores in person. On Black Friday, the NRF survey found 64% are likely to shop in stores. That's up from 51% last year, when COVID-19 worries kept many people at home.
People like going to stores when they're buying gifts. They like to touch and feel product, see it.
And for many people hitting the mall this weekend, experts say the day after Thanksgiving could be more like Bleak Friday, with some products hard to find and prices rising. Because of supply chain issues, shoppers are getting the message. If you want it, buy it now.
Buy it now.
Buy it. Definitely buy it now.
Economists say another reason people are spending is because they can.
Consumers are very healthy. They've got $4 trillion in savings on the sidelines. They've paid down debt. We've seen $5 trillion of fiscal stimulus.
As for the supply chain, the National Retail Federation says it could be well into next year before issues are ironed out. One retailer that doesn't seem to be feeling the struggles of the supply chain crunch is Macy's. A day after its big Thanksgiving parade, Macy's CEO said the company has a robust inventory and expects great fourth quarter sales.
We moved up ship dates by 30 days to ensure that we would have it here for the holiday. That's really helping us get all of our stock into our warehouses and our stores. So across all of our gift categories, we're well positioned this holiday season.
He says Macy's has been able to keep up its inventory by using smaller shipping containers that go to smaller ports, avoiding the bottlenecks at major ports. But for others, this might be the last hurrah. Two of America's most famous retail brands, Sears and Kmart, are reaching the end of the line. When the two historic brands merged in 2005, there were 3,500 stores nationwide. But now there's only 21 full-line Sears stores left in the mainland U.S. and just 6 Kmarts. Retail experts predict those numbers will be down to 0 soon, but the big box retailers are not alone. Lord & Taylor completely folded during the pandemic, and JCPenney was forced into bankruptcy. But one industry banking on the Thanksgiving weekend to hit it big is the box office. It's projected to have one of the most lucrative weekends of the year. Encanto appears on its way to a holiday weekend triumph. The big new movies debuted Wednesday ahead of Thanksgiving, and the animated Disney musical opened with an estimated $7.5 million. House of Gucci, another big new film, launched with an estimated $4.2 million on Wednesday.
The samples keep flooding in, and it's up to us to separate the hoaxes from the real deal.
Tony Goldwyn plays a government scientist who becomes a bioterrorism suspect in the hot zone anthrax. Goldwyn says he remembers the 2001 anthrax scare vividly.
We didn't open our mail for a month. It was really scary. My wife put Cipro, the antibiotic that you take if you get anthrax poisoning. She put Cipro pills in our kids' backpacks when they went to school.
The limited series, The Hot Zone Anthrax, premieres Sunday on National Geographic. And another area hoping to hit it big, tourism. Egypt reopens ancient Avenue of the Sphinxes in Luxor ceremony after decades of restoration. Tourism is an important industry for Egypt, but it has taken a hit in recent years. The country's tourism revenues plunged from around $13 billion in 2019 to about $4 billion in 2020. Egyptian authorities unveiled a renovated Avenue of the Sphinxes in a lavish ceremony Thursday. The ancient walkway connects the famous Karnak and Luxor temples in what was once the city of Thebes, Egypt's capital in antiquity. The road is believed to have been the route pilgrims trod to visit the temples and pay tributes to their deities. It's several miles long and was discovered in 1949. It had been under excavation for more than 50 years. Its latest renovation was a government project aimed at highlighting the country's archaeological treasures. Speaking of rare finds, some history buffs are finding themselves wowed by a rare find on a British farm. Historic England says archaeologists have found a Roman mosaic under a farm in Rutland, East Midlands. It is the first time a Roman mosaic has been uncovered in 1,600 years. The artwork depicts the Greek hero Achilles' battle with Hector during the Trojan War. It measures about 36 feet by 30 feet and forms the floor of what experts believe was a dining or entertaining area in a large villa. They say the complex dates back to the 3rd and 4th century AD and includes barns, possible bathhouses, and boundary ditches. Human remains dating back to the late Roman or early medieval period were also found at the site. Now, staying in England, a shy dog is having a hard time finding a forever home. Meet Epiphany, a quiet mixed-breed dog around the size of a Cocker Spaniel, who arrived at the Oxwood Dog Rescue Shelter in Hull, East Yorkshire 142 days ago. Since then, she hasn't yet found a home. In fact, in that time, no one has viewed her. Her adoption page reads, she needs lots of time and patience to become more confident with people and show you the full potential she has. And UK newspaper Metro has stepped in to try and help Epiphany find a new home. There's a whole Twitter thread starting out by saying, just look at her, beautiful, stunning, never seen before. The shelter page describes Epiphany as very stressed in kennels, adding that she can be vocal. That's why she will settle much better in a home setting. As for other buddies, the shelter notes Epiphany can be selective about her doggy friends, so would be best with a very calm male that will not pester her. Metro goes on to note another key need for Epiphany's future home is a secure fence around the garden because she's very skilled at clambering up and trying to escape. Secret has it she barks parkour every time too, a legend. The thread ends by stating, let's share this far and wide to help change her bad luck. And while Epiphany waits for a Christmas miracle, let's turn to the next big holiday. An annual Christmas baking competition in Stockholm has the theme of togetherness this year. Bakers are interpreting the theme in unexpectedly creative ways, all using gingerbread. Now, in its 31st year, the competition at Achilles, Sweden's National Center for Architecture and Design, has attracted 130 fragrant entries. Sarah Sandel, a teacher at the museum, said the theme Together had been interpreted in many ways.
So this is a really nice work. It's the Berlin Wall that fell in 1989. And it's on the theme Together, so here you can see people meeting again after being separated. And I think it's a nice interpretation of the theme and also a connection to today and people meeting again after being away from each other.
While some creators referenced history, others borrowed from pop culture.
This is inspiration from the TV show Friends, and here you can see Central Perk where the friends gather in every episode, I think. To just meet and hang out and be together. And you can see the detail, and this is something that you can really see in a lot of our work.
The theme was illustrated in many other ways, from animals on Noah's Ark, a family gathering for a Christmas meal, a couple in a movie theater, to a set of Russian nesting dolls. The winners will be announced on December 19th, and the Tasty exhibition runs until January 9th. But what do you think? Let me know below. Thanks for tuning in to Deep Dive. I'm Tiffany Meier, and have a wonderful weekend.